Hello everyone, my name's Arnold Lowenstein with North American Power Savers. I'm here in my home in Hayward, California to demonstrate to you with this plug-in device how you can save up to 10% or more on your energy bill every month, as well as making your home a safer environment. Over the course of the next few minutes, I'm going to be doing 3 separate tests to show you how this device works and how it could do exactly what I just said. First off, I'd like to familiarize yourself with our demonstration board, which is a representation of any basic electrical system in any home. First off, we have the power coming into the home, which is represented right here. And then we're going into our junction box right here, where we can see our voltage probes indicated right there, where we're getting our voltage reading, which of course is being registered by our meter up here, which is registering 123 volts coming into the board. Secondly, the amp probe, which is we're going to get our most important readings, are right here, which are registered on the meter up here, which is registering 0 amps right now because there's no draw on the system at all. When we get into the test, we'll show you, we'll charge up the board with the lights on and then turn on our device, which is located right down here, which can be plugged into any outlet in any home. This is our power saving device right there. We flip on the switch and that basically turns it on. It plugs into any given outlet. Let's move on now to our test. Now to start with the test, what we're going to be doing is first off, we're going to turn on a few lights. Now keeping in mind, lights in general, this device is not going to help to correct the power factor or the amperage draw because they're not an inductive load, being any load that creates a magnetic field or any device that creates a magnetic field. What we're using is a 1/2 horsepower motor indicated by a 1/2 horsepower garbage disposal. We're going to go ahead and turn that on. Right now you can see our amperage draw right now. It's just about 97 amps. It's going to go up to about 1 amp and about level off there. We're going to go ahead and turn on the appliance, which is our 1/2 horsepower motor garbage disposal, and keep an eye on the amp meter here as I turn on the device. That device, it jumped up to almost 18 amps, actually a little bit more than 18 amps, and then leveled off at 5 amps. And that voltage spike is also another thing that this capacitance device will help reduce voltage surges in the home. It helps absorb that energy and re-release it into the system. Now keep an eye on, this is the most important thing to keep an eye on now. When I turn on the power saving device with this switch right here, keep an eye on the amp meter up here and watch what happens. Our amperage dropped by almost 2 amps, which is very dramatic. You're going to get most of your dramatic changes in your amperage or current draw in your less efficient inductive loads, such as your electric motors, as opposed to other inductive loads, such as power supplies, phone chargers, and such. This concludes our amperage test, and I'll have a little more information for you before we go into our power factor test. Thank you. Here are just some of the appliances and devices that our Power Saver helps save you money with every month. Your refrigerator, your freezer, dishwashers, garbage disposals, kitchen ventilation hoods, ceiling fans, bathroom fans, washers, dryers, central heating system blowers, air conditioning compressors. Also, many items that consume energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, such as power supplies for computers, TVs, DVD players, stereos, cordless phones, phone chargers, clock radios, and the list goes on. Keeping this in mind, it gives you the idea of how our device saves you money as you go through the month. We're now conducting our power factor test. Right now, as you can see, we have a power factor of 1.0, which is a perfect power factor. We have nothing running. So for every dollar spent, you're getting $1 worth of electricity. The best power factor that you're going to get is going to be in the high 90s in any appliance or any motor that you run. With this device right now, we're going to be running the half horsepower motor, and we're going to go ahead and turn that on right now. Keep an eye on the power factor as we turn on our half horsepower motor. You see our power factor drops to 0.35. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on our power saving device right here. Keep an eye on our power factor and watch what happens here. We just corrected our power factor by almost 100%, which is very dramatic. Again, you're going to have dramatic changes with inductive loads such as inefficient motors, and the older they get, the more inefficient they become. So keep that in mind. But through your more dramatic changes and your more minimal changes, that's where you're going to get and save your 10% or more each month and every month. If you want more information on power factor, you can find it on our site, on our products page, on the lower section of the page. You can print off on a PDF format from the U.S. Department of Energy. That's who puts this out, and it'll give you much more information about what I'm showing you right here instead of me getting very long-winded with this. Hope you enjoyed this test, and we're going to move on to our next test, which is an EMI test. Thank you. We're now doing our EMI test, which registers electromagnetic radiation, which every home has and emits due to the electric wiring in the walls in the home. In this particular room, we're registering a little over 315 to 320 milligauss, and what this device will do is lower that magnetic radiation considerably. Anything over 100 milligauss is considered not to be healthy. We don't know exactly what the health effects are, nor can we say, but we do know that higher levels of electromagnetic radiation are not healthy to be around, and lower levels are much better. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and turn on our device and show you the dramatic change in the milligauss reading that we're going to have here now. Turn the device on. Keep an eye on the meter. As you can see, our milligauss reading is well below 100 and in the much safer range where anybody would like to have it. This concludes our tests, and hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just get back to the person that referred you to our website, and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you so much.